And we are live! What would we do without dogs? Man's canine companion, his best friend. They love you, all love you, and when your world goes wrong, they'll never ever leave you, not day nor all night long now. Poochie's are for petting and to keep your feet warm at night, to bark at bungling burglars, to wake you up at morning's light. But there's one more thing that we forget that faithful Fidos do. They'll bear the brunt of any stunt, even those they did not do. Blame it on the dog, blame it on the dog, but you're the one that was the culprit all along. He will answer to his name and won't contest your claim. Go ahead, blame it on the dog. That paper's due, you know, the one you meant to write, but you had better things to do, like party half the night. So when it's time to turn it in, you simply smile and say, I'm sorry, Teach, but it's out of reach. My dog ate my thumb drive yesterday, and you've been up all night and take flight in deep debauchery. Those loving oohs and ahs that kept you up till way past 3. You stumble into work 3 hours late, but yet I'm sorry I'm late, boss, but my dog got sick. I was all night with the vet. What a vet. Blame it on the dog, blame it on the dog, but you're the one that was the culprit all along. He will answer to his name and won't contest your claim. Go ahead, blame it on the dog. You had to eat that plate of beans and wash it down with beer. You ate with no restraint and no regard for who was near. And when at last it comes to pass in one great greasy fog, well, it's true, you all know what to do. Everybody, blame it on the dog. Oh my goodness, blame it on the dog, blame it on the dog, but you're the one that was the culprit all along. He will answer to his name and won't contest your claim. Go ahead, blame it on the dog. Everybody sing, blame it on the dog, blame it on the dog, but you're the one that was the culprit all along. He will answer to his name and won't contest your claim. Go ahead, blame it on the dog. That's right. Blame all your problems on the dog. Don't try to solve them. Blame all your problems on the dog. Best to involve him. Blame all your problems on the... Thank you so much. Good morning, good evening, wherever you may be, and welcome back to Brunch with Deb. I am your host and your intrepid musician, Deb Seymour, and I am broadcasting this week from Brunchlings Kathy M's place in Eastern Washington. And also we've got neighbor Pete here in the driveway, and we've got, we had Rocky the cat in the window, and it's just a little surprise for you guys, as little as Steve Wood says al fresco. And greetings to Steve and Peter over there in the UK, and Ron Martinez, welcome, Sarah Williams, Howling Hobbit, and Peter, and there we go, awesome. No Hobbit, I'm not going, that's in 3 weeks. Today's not the first week of the honeymoon. That starts, we've got 3 more brunches before Jason and I take off to France to do our little honeymoon and go to the 60th wedding anniversary of some friends of mine in a mountain resort that they've rented. Anyway, nice to see you here. Please enjoy the sunflowers. As we know, we blame it on the dog no matter where we are in the world. Now, of course, we have to blame it on the cat. I know you guys know this one, and you know where to sing along, right, Kathy and Pete? Well, cool as the click of a switchblade knife, I walked onto your back porch and into your life. I check out every corner, upturn every stone. You better believe I'll make this backyard my own as I dominate contemplating which birdies to catch, grooming myself from my head to my toes. And just when I'll pounce, I tell you nobody knows. And I'm the king of the alley, prince of the trash. Sometimes I purr, oh, sometimes I scratch. Cruising through your neighborhood, I haven't a care to let you come near me. If come near me you dare, 'cause I'm a bad cat. 2-word chorus, bad cat. I can hear you out there. Bad cat, all the way from the UK. Bad cat. Bad kitties in Sandwich, England. I was born in the alley, the smallest of 6. I learned to survive on a cheap bag of tricks. And out in the streets, I've grown old, I've grown wise, and earned my share of more than 9 lives. I got this old lady, she tries to keep me in. She offers me caviar and sips of her gin. She'll never tame me, nobody can. I tell you, fish, eggs, and booze are so insufferably bland when you're the king of the alley, prince of the trash. Sometimes I purr, oh, sometimes I scratch. Cruising through your neighborhood, I haven't a care to let you come near me. If come near me you dare, 'cause I'm a bad cat. All right, bad cat. Bad cat. Bad cat. Oh, that's right, I'm so bad. And when your family's asleep in the dead of the night, in a silence so thick you can't slice, a scream rips the air, makes your hair stand on end. It's just me giving chase to that she-cat again. Sorry, Rocky Cat. In the morning you'll see me, just as sweet as can be. What, last night a cat fight? Who, me? As I gently play with some paper that's a scrap, and shortly thereafter retire for my nap. My name's not important, I've never really had one. You know my deportment's a mean, tough, and bad one. If you see me on your back steps and such, you can come say hello, but don't you dare touch the king of the alley, prince of the trash. Sometimes I purr, oh, sometimes I scratch. Cruising through your neighborhood, I haven't a care to let you come near me. If come near me you dare, 'cause I'm a bad cat. Bad cat. Bad cat. Bad cat. That's right, I'm so bad. I'm the Duke of the dumpster, I'm the bear in the back fence. Hanging around's what I do best, yes, bad cat. Ooh, doo 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 doo, walking down the street in my hat, yeah, bad cat. Imagine that. Duke of the dumpster, bear in the back fence, oh, bagging around your trash cans, what I do best, yes, bad cat. Just gonna bad cat on the end of this song. It won't take long. Yeah. Bad cat. Oh, Peter Gore wants to know, is Morpheus going on holiday with me? Well, no. Morpheus is home with Marcy taking care of him while Jason and I are here in Eastern Washington. Oh, hello, Bonnie Greenwood. Nice to see you. Glad to see you. I'm going to get Peter off the screen here. Oh, hello, Am and Bruce. Nice to see you, too. Oh, I can't seem to make this go away. Ah, there we go. Hey, morning. I'm so glad you were able to be here, Ammon. That's awesome. Ammon's coming in from Richland, Washington. We've got Bonnie from Colorado. Howling Hobbit from Michigan. and Sierra from New Jersey, Steve and Speed from England, and a shout out to Heidi, who's probably lurking on YouTube, and also Matt Poloni from Israel, and maybe Janet Lerner from Israel as well. So we are here at Kathy Meyerson's in Eastern Washington. You all know Kathy from Brunch. She's usually on screen with the rest of you, but right now she's about 10 feet away from me. Say hi to everybody, Kathy.
Hi, everybody.
This is a special treat. It was a surprise. We didn't tell you I would be in her driveway with the sunflowers. Kathy wanted to hear this song. As soon as I tune up. Ooh, boy. It's always the B string. It's always the B string. This song is a true story that happened to me when I was working down in doing garbage surveys for King County. I'm saying this because neighbor Pete here, he doesn't know this story. I know you guys do, but I once had a job doing garbage surveys for King County because they needed to understand why people who didn't have garbage service were bringing trash into the transfer stations around the county. And we had to sit out there with clipboards and our hard hats with all the big trucks coming in, and then just individuals and ask, are you bringing construction waste, yard waste, or household waste? And is there any particular reason you don't have garbage pickup? That's all we were asking, but you'd think that I was asking people their social security numbers or other personal information. And I found out that people don't like to talk about their garbage. I was yelled at. I was cursed at. I had one old guy in a rusted out Chevy Ranchero threatened to run me over about 4 times because he kept coming in a lot. And, you know, his comment was whatever at me. And it was, needless to say, a tough job. But then this guy came in the dump site and changed everything. And this is called the Can Man, or the light is on. He's not much to look at, shabby and faded, a piece of punched up leather someone's used and thrown away. He takes his trash can in and out of the dump site each day, cashing in for what he can and taking other stuff away. I was working for the county doing surveys on the trash, smoky diesel screaming down drivers rude and fast. I rode him off as crazy, I wouldn't give him my time, but he caught me at a pause and he looked me in the eye. The light is on, somebody's home. Lean on me, sister, you are not alone. Open up your heart, share your heavy load. The light is on. 3 years ago, he said, they told me by now I should be dead. I had spots the size of golf balls in my lungs and in my head. But Jesus came and I'm still here, digging in the dump, rescuing souls in need whom others give up. People think they can own their home, their body, or their life, but these things are impermanent. I've seen the other side. So take care of what's holy and choose to do right. And when God comes and finds you, won't you let that love inside? The light is on, somebody's home. Lean on me, sister, you are not alone. Open up your heart, share your heavy load. The light is on. He said, God bless and thank you. To my surprise, he gave me a hug. He wheeled his battered barrel out, his daily work now done. The truck still rumbled through the site, the drivers were still mean. But somehow down there in the garbage, all things were one. there's a love out there that crosses all those lines. And if I ever feel in doubt, the can man's who I'll think about. 'Cause the light is on somebody's home. Lean on me, sister, you are not alone. Open up your heart, share your heavy load. The light is on. You can sing with me. The light is on somebody's home. Lean on me, sister, you are not alone. Open up your heart, share your heavy load. The light is on. The light is on. The light is on. Wow, that was awesome. Well, thanks, guys. Online and off. Hi, Lisa Lerman. Welcome. Lisa's tuning in from Pennsylvania. So you got everybody here. It's amazing what this internet stuff can do. Broadcasting from Eastern Washington, and my friend and Brunchling, your fellow Brunchling, Kathy Meyerson's driveway. Little surprise. Oh, nice to see everybody. Feel free to put requests in the chat. Right now I'm doing all the stuff Kathy requested after I'm in her driveway. Kathy's driveway requested this. The gravel leapt up and said. So sometimes you just gotta say it how it is after your heart gets broke. Everybody here can snap their fingers, and or clap, or jump up and down, dance the fandango. You could possibly be right. Oh, you say I've got challenges I ought to beat. Well, you're right. You're so very right that I ought to handle them rather than weep. Well, you're right. You're so very right. You say I'm too sensitive and pensive and glum, that I'd be better off if I'd loosen up. But well, you're right. You're right. You're so very right. You righted yourself right out of my life. Oh, you say that my cooking is offbeat and crazy. Well, you're right. You're so very right. And how I do dishes proves that I'm lazy. Well, you're right. You're so very right. And how I drive is frightful indeed. Oh, you say you drive better, though you always speed. But you're right. You're right. You're so very right. You've righted yourself right out of my life. Oh, say, Mr. Right, just what is it you've got that you're right? Oh, that you think you're so right, that you're always right and I'm always not right. Oh, I'm never right. Well, if love's a democracy, so like you say, then why are you taking my rights away? Oh, but you're right. You're right. You're so very right. You righted yourself right out of my life. Ka-cha. Ba-cha-cha-cha, da skiddly-wah, da-do, da-da-da-da. Oh, you say that you're better off living alone. Well, you're right. You're so very right that you never loved me. I should have known. Well, you're right. Right. You're so very right that I deserve better. That's what you say. Someone who loves me, who's willing to stay. Let me think about that for a minute. Maybe not so much, but oh, you're right. You're right. You're so very right. You've righted yourself right out of my life. I said you're right. You're right. You're so very right. You've righted yourself right out of my life. I said you're right. You're right. You're so very right. You've righted yourself right out of my life. Bye-bye. Don't let the door hit you. You're right. That was what the boyfriend before Jason said when he dumped me. And Jason says, I'm so thankful for that guy. Oh, Oh, who else has snuck in here? Oh, no new comments. Great to see you guys. Oh, there's Sarah. Oh, thank you, Lisa. Oh, Sarah, you said something I missed. I've got you on my TV. Came back. To love and share. I'm on somebody's TV. Your sunflowers are on somebody's TV monitor. Thank you, Sarah Williams. Hope things go well at the Extreme Folk Festival coming up for you. I'm glad you guys found a new home, and I wish you best luck. I played at the Extreme Folk Festival last year in Pennsylvania, and then they lost their place they'd been for a while, but they found a new one, which is really awesome. Okay. So out here in eastern Washington, one might run into a chicken or two. And this is important. In a way, this is a public service announcement because this story, which is a true story that happened to my friend Bob Granite back in Colorado, was his chicken, well, let's put it this way. A man, a chicken, and a 1963 International pickup truck. What could possibly go wrong? Well, I'm a chicken in an engine and I don't know what to do. The road's going by at 55 and I don't know how I'm still alive. And cruising in this engine is not what I meant to do. I was only trying to run away from the man and from the coop. It was a cold winter's day, but we chickens got outside. Cluckety-clucking, really trucking, having a real good time when the man rushed from his cabin saying, "You chickens, back inside." That's when we all decided it'd be much more fun to hide, so some of us hid behind the woodpile, others behind the shed. But I was much more clever, oh yes, I used my head. I saw the man's old pickup truck standing in the drive, and so I scooted on over. I climbed right up inside, and I'm a chicken in an engine, and I think I'm really cool. The man will never look in here, I'll play him for the very fool. Hide here for a while, oh, I think it will be swell. And when I sneak back home tonight, you know I'll have a tale to tell, that's sure. Well, I heard the others squawking as he put them in the coop. I heard the man go walking, for sure I had him duped. Ha ha ho ho, you silly man, you're never ever gonna find me. How the heck was I to know he'd come back outside with his ignition key? And I'm a chicken in an engine, and now I'm really scared. He's gone and turned the motor on, and parts are moving everywhere. He's leaving from the barnyard, it's thrown me for a loop. One false move inside this place and I'll be chicken soup. Blech. And there's a piston here and a piston there, it's got me in a pinch. With the crankshaft turning, sparks a spark, and I don't dare move an inch. He's starting to accelerate, it makes my feathers dance. The only way to combat the shock's to fall into a chicken trance. We sped on down to town, and somehow by the gift of grace, I was still in one whole piece when we got to the Goodyear place. They hoisted up his truck for tires. I looked, and what did I see? But two astonished Goodyear guys staring right back up at me. Yo, Mac, there's a chicken in this engine. What the heck is it trying to do? Is it trying to become fricassee? Or just chicken stew? But this fryer's still alive, it seems, though scared to death, it's true. Looks to me like it's got a case of the chicken cardon blues. God's chickens! Well, the moral of this story, I live to tell you chicks. Don't hide under engine hoods, you'll just get in a real fix. Not only will you get a rise, you'll be taken for a cruise. And just like me, get a case of the chicken cardon blues. Oh yeah, the chicken cardon blues. Oh yeah, I said the chicken cardon blues. Ladies and gentlemen in the audience, both live and other, that is the Chicken in an Engine song, a true story. As my job as a folk songwriter my job is to give voices to the voiceless and words to the oppressed. So that was my job, was to take that chicken and tell the whole story from her side of the coin. Hey, we want to welcome Corey Coulter Denton, watching from Reedport, Montana. Corey. Hey, Montana!
Hi, Corey!
Hi, Corey! Oh, Corey! Hi, Corey! We're here broadcasting from Eastern Washington today, my friend's driveway. So welcome aboard the Brunchlings train. We're glad that you're here. Nice to meet you. All right. Very coolio. So Chicken and Engine. Yep. Okay, so that's kind of the stuff I write, but I also write stuff like this. And Kathy Meyerson, whose driveway I'm sitting in, requested this song today too. This is dedicated to all those hard-working blue-collar women out there. This is called "Mama Wears a Hard Hat." Mama wears a hard hat, Mama wears work boots, drives a forklift and uses big tools. She's got a big voice, she can talk tough to all the big boys. Oh, they listen up. She don't dress up in diamonds and pearls, but Mama is the queen of the working girls. Mama never was one to take any flack, even when they said women don't work like that. Oh, Mama got the training, Mama's on the job. Mama is the one everyone counts on. She can build a building, build a bridge. She can build a roadway, she'll win the bid. And if you need a buddy to get you through a jam, well, you can bet your money Mama, she's your man. Oh, Mama wears a hard hat, Mama wears work boots, drives a forklift and uses big tools. She's got a big voice, she can talk tough to all the big boys. Oh, they listen up. She don't dress up in diamonds and pearls, but Mama is a queen of the working girls. Whistle blows and the sun comes up. Well, she's out on the job site getting things done. Tote that load, lift that bale, driving steel and pounding nails. Sweat is pouring off her brow, but she's flying high over broken ground. Pretty is as pretty does pretty work. Heck yes, she does. And Mama loves her man like ain't nobody's business. Mama wears a hard hat. 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 Look out. That's the title track from an album by the same name that you can find anywhere fine albums are sold on the internet or from my website, physical and digital copies. Thank you, Corey. That's great. Perfect timing for this working girl to sing. I'm glad you liked that, Corey. So glad. I had a hard hat job once upon a time, and thank you, Ammon. Thank you. And hey, Kathy Meyerson, Lisa Lerman from Philadelphia says, hi, Kathy.
Oh, hi, Lisa.
Yes, we're all real here.
Ukulele player. Yeah.
That's right, because she plays ukulele. That is a nice, that big blue ukulele. Lisa and you are the uk queens. Well, we've got one more song left in today's set. Tips are appreciated and donations. You can find them at the links down here that I'm always trying to point out on screen, or there are clickable links in the description of this song. Your donations help keep the software up and running and the subscriptions paid, and I appreciate them very much, and I appreciate you being here. Anyway, I know this one Kathy Meyerson likes too, because it's time to say yes to a positive future and ignore the news for once. nowhere to run, that the only way out is Armageddon. I say, stop all this talk of doom, I want a change in attitude. I say, stand with me now and lift up your voice, 'cause I know you know how to say yes.
Yes.
To a positive future, say yes.
Yes.
This we can nurture, say yes.
Yes.
It can be done if you reach around and tell everyone to say yes.
Yes.
You say, but how can I do this when all I do feels so useless? Death, war, destruction, and poverty, it's dragging me down. Well, I say, stop looking backwards, 'cause now it's forward that matters. Look to the rising sun and open your hearts to what can be done, and say yes.
Yes.
To a positive future, say yes.
Yes.
This we can nurture, say yes.
Yes.
It can be done if you reach around and tell everyone to say yes.
Yes.
Oh, the time it is now to make opportunity. Oh, 'cause we know how to build community. Don't let them drag you down in negativity. Oh, the time it is now to say yes.
Yes.
To a positive future, say yes.
Yes.
This we can nurture, say yes.
Yes.
It can be done if you reach around and tell everyone to say yes.
Yes.
To a positive future, say yes.
Yes.
This we can nurture, say yes.
Yes.
It can be done if you reach around and tell everyone to say yes.
Yes.
To a positive future, this we can nurture. Tell everyone to reach out, reach around, reach out and say yes. Tell all your brothers, fathers and mothers, sisters and others, the time it is now to say yes. It's a big Pete Townsend finished. So everybody say yes. I can hear you singing out there in Facebook and YouTube land. It's so nice to see you. And hello, Maria, you snuck in there. And Laura, Felicia Doris, hey, happy Sunday. Thanks for tuning in to Brunch with Deb. We have, I think, 4 more brunches before I have 3 weeks off. So check the announcement on Facebook. And YouTubers, I need to send you a separate email. My bad, I didn't. But I'll be back home in the studio next Sunday. And the 2 more Sundays, I think there's 4. And then my husband and I will be disappearing for 3 weeks, but I'll look forward to coming back. And Ron Martinez, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Everybody take care of yourselves this week. Thanks for tuning in to the Eastern Washington edition. And as I always say, remember to tell the people you love them sooner rather than later, because we don't know what tomorrow will bring. Love you all, my brunchlings, and all you Deb heads. Take care. See you next week. Oh, and thanks for Kathy Meyerson for letting me use your driveway, and to her husband Rick Meyerson for lending me the microphone I'm using today, because I forgot mine. But Rick came to the rescue. Thank you, Rick. Bye-bye, everybody. See you next week.